Am I even allowed to be reading this? Is this actually a banned book? Like, on one hand, that big of a cliffhanger with something that's obviously so pivotal to the character could frustrate me in other stories. Is it okay if I spoil the plot twist? The next thing I'm going to read might be the most important thing that I read this whole vlog. Hey guys, how's it going? Today's video is going to be a reading vlog. I'm a little bit behind with my reading goal so far for this year. So today I'm just going to try to read as many things as I can to try to catch up. I have a little bit of a TBR pile already, so I think I'm just going to jump right in. No time for intros, let's get right to it. I got a little bit of a head start. I was actually reading in the shower this morning, and I've already finished one thing. So I'll share that with you now. That was Bare Glove Body Wash by Old Spice. This is from the Wild collection, that's the book series. I found this so interesting, I think I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I even tabbed up a part that I found just so impactful. Can you imagine a powerful, fearsome grizzly bear who can repair military helicopters and also speak confidently about important world affairs? Yes? Then this is the body wash for you. I mean, yeah, this was just a great read, highly recommend, and yeah, what a great way to start my reading vlog. Unfortunately, while I was waiting for my camera battery to charge, I started reading something else, and it was a DNF. It was an updated terms and service on my phone. I really thought I could get into it. It was a little bit chunky and maybe just biting off a little more than I could chew for a reading vlog. I started it, but it was just so dry and boring. I DNF'd it. I just kind of skipped to the bottom and read the conclusion just to get it over with. So that one I'm not going to rate because it was a DNF. But you know, a 9.5 star and a DNF, that kind of balances out. I'm sorry for starting the reading vlog without you guys, but now I'm going to jump into something that just arrived the other day and I've been pretty excited about. And that is the Costco savings booklet flyer thing. The thing with this one though, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. It says right here, Costco wholesale members only. I'm not a Costco member. Am I even allowed to be reading this? Is this actually a banned book? That just made things interesting. So I'm going to read this for a little bit and I'll check in when I have something interesting to update you guys on. Alright, I'm all done reading. This was so fascinating. Is it okay if I spoil the plot twist? Because this, I have to tell you. Gino Bambino Pizza Starter Kit. Save $2.50. Wow. In warehouse, $12.49. Instant savings, $2.50. Price, $9.99. The plot twist? Asterisk underneath. Available for delivery at a higher price. Like, that would be so shocking. You order a Gino Bambino Pizza Starter Kit expecting $9.99 and bam, it gets delivered at a higher price. Who could have imagined? Delivery fees. I think I'm going to rate this one a 5.5 out of 10. It was interesting. There was a lot of fascinating things in here that I maybe didn't expect to find, but most of this is not going to be helpful for my everyday life. I probably won't even remember most of what I read in about 30 seconds. But there were some parts that actually kind of made me stop and think like, ooh, actually, do I need more multivitamins? How long would 64 batteries actually last me? Like, definitely food for thought and food for food. But because so much of it kind of felt like filler, like the same terms and conditions under every single one. All in all, it was only fine. I feel like since that was so dry, and the DNF before that was also pretty dry, let's be honest, I need to read something fun. And I think that to have a successful reading vlog, I need to be picking up things I'm excited about. So I'm going with this box of honeycomb. This may not look super interesting at first glance, like there is a lot of nutritional information and ingredients, stuff like that. But look at all these activities! And there's so many things to read for this reading vlog. So I'm going to do some of these and I'll check in a little bit. I think I'm only going to rate this a 6.5 out of 10. It was definitely more interesting than I expected. I had a lot of fun with the activities. There was a pretty glaring plot hole though. It said to find 65 of the hidden honeycomb pieces around the drawing, and I only found 64. It's either a skill issue or a plot hole. It must be a plot hole. All in all though, even though the plot wasn't that great, the characters are very interesting. Like look at this person. Aren't they so cool? And then this one up here, their hot dog is flying out of their hot dog bun. I don't even know if they'll catch it. It's kind of a cliffhanger. Like, on one hand, that big of a cliffhanger with something that's obviously so pivotal to the character could frustrate me in other stories. But with this one, there's just something endearing about it, you know? The next thing I'm going to read might be the most important thing that I read this whole vlog. I got my income tax pamphlet in. Yep. You guys ready? Wow, look at that. I actually got 2 of them because I'm also probably going to do my younger brother's income tax for him. Okay, good. They did give me the extra forms. I was a little bit worried about that. This is legitimate. I was worried. I do my income tax on paper because it's just easier for my brain. And the way that they're doing paper income tax now is you have to request it specifically, and not all of the sections come in the booklet. And I wasn't 100% sure if, even though I'm ordering in New Brunswick, if the New Brunswick ones were going to automatically come in. And they are. So, disaster averted. I know, Comet, you love doing income tax, don't you? Comet actually does do my income tax with me. She lays on my pile of papers and presses buttons on the calculator with her big old head. I'm gonna be honest, I always read my income tax cover to cover because you never know what sneaky little things you can use to save some money. I have high hopes for this one. I'm really hoping that there's a plot twist at the end that means that somehow I get like $1 million for free from the government. So I'm gonna start reading now, and I'm gonna update you guys once I get to the end. Don't worry, the real reading vlog is coming on Friday. Happy April Fools!